Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew Haken. I'm a University of Alaska Anchorage student. I am attending the UAF distance learning online. So, I am going to be demonstrating some simple modeling techniques in a program called Solidworks. Solidworks is a 3D CAD system for engineers and industrial designers. The difference between designing 3D geometry for use in manufacturing. In other words, this geometry actually is being used to make something, as opposed to a 3D system used for animation, like in movies or video games. So I'm going to start off where I started off in the printed portion of the corresponding instructions, and we're going to start with the icon here, SOLIDWORKS 2013, and we're going to open it up here, and it's going to go through its opening procedure. This is the main window, and we're going to start. The first thing we need to do is start a new part. We go to new, or we go in the instructions, I say go to file, new. There's always several different ways that SOLIDWORKS allows you to do something, just like pretty much in any program these days. You can usually go to the menu. I primarily choose to navigate the commands via the menus because the menus don't change from computer to computer. People can go through and customize their toolbars and things. So, and the way I have my toolbars set up may not be the way someone else has them set up. So, the menus is a good default way to instruct. So we're going to go to File, New, and we're going to pick Part. There's three basic types of files you can create. You can create parts, you can create assemblies, and then you can create drawings. And in the drawings, you can create drawings of the parts of the assemblies. Assemblies are made up of part files. So what you do is you say you draw a couple parts, and then you create an assembly, and you bring those parts into that assembly. Basically mimicking real world construction of anything that you would want to build. So I have part selected and I hit OK. And you will see the graphics window here. You'll see this blue icon here in the middle. This represents the origin of the model. If you are familiar with 3D, with coordinates, either in 2D or 3D, you know there's, like in 2D Cartesian, you have, +1, you have plus x, minus x, plus y, minus y. And in 3D context, you also have plus z and minus z. This represents 0, 0, 0 on all of those things. This is what's known in engineering and drafting as the origin. And over here on the left, you'll see three predefined planes. All of them intersect the origin. And the planes are important because those are what you use to actually draw on. These planes, you draw a box or a circle or any other shape for that matter, and then that forms the basis of your 3D geometry. And we will get to that here. The first thing we're going to do, after we've opened up a new part, we're going to select here on the left the front plane, and I've already done that. And we're going to go to Insert, Sketch, and you can see, you watch the plane move into what we call a normal 2 position. This puts it down into place like it's a piece of paper in front of us. So, and what we're going to be drawing is we're going to be drawing an empty box. So what we need to do is we need to go to Tools, Sketch Entities, and Center Rectangle. So basically, this is just a tool that allows us to draw a rectangle. And there are several different ways you can draw a rectangle. You can start at one corner and then define the other corner, the opposite corner. Or you can start from the center, which is what I'm going to do. And you can see that now that we're drawing a square, a rectangle, you see my cursor has become a pencil. I don't know. Hopefully the video lets you see that. The video software helps you see that. But I'm going to start at the center and drag it out. I'm going to drag out. It doesn't have. You don't have to. You can see that little numbers appear. You don't have to worry about that right now. Just drag it out so it kind of looks like a rectangle. And that's basically you've drawn the rectangle. And I'm trying to catch up in my notes here. So we are at the rectangle stage. Now we need to tell the rectangle how tall it's going to be and how wide it's going to be. And the way we do that is we go to Tools, Dimensions, and we're going to, there's all different types of dimensions. We're just going to pick Smart Dimension. And we go over here to the right side and we click on this little blue line, and you'll see a dimension line appear. And you can drag the dimension out, and you can kind of click again and drop it. And then a little box comes up that allows you to tell it how long you want that to be. And I'm going to say 4 inches. And I'm going to hit enter, or I'm going to hit the little green arrow. And you can see that the top and the bottom lines have now turned black. This means that we have defined where those lines are, so they can't move. If we tried to, you'll notice that if we grab this blue line, we can still move it in this direction, and we can no longer move it the box, the height of the box. We can't change that. So I'm gonna go to Tools, Dimension again, and Smart Dimension, and I'm gonna click the top line. Again, the modify box comes up, and I'm going to hit 5 because I want it to be 5 inches wide, and I'm going to hit the check box. So now you notice that all of the sketch geometry has become black. So this means that everything is fully defined. This is definitely recommended by Solidworks when they teach new people how to use this program. They always recommend you fully define your sketches. So now what we're going to do is we're going to what's called extrude this sketch. This is what gives us 3D geometry. We're going to go to Insert, Base, Boss Base, and this little Extrude button. And over here on the left is kind of the controls. We're going to say we want to extrude this 5 inches. Okay? And then we hit the little checkbox. And you can see now we've got a 3D box. It can be, you can rotate it around if you want. Usually I click the center mouse button, allows you to do that, but just leave it alone, let it sit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make it an empty box. We're going to basically what's called shelling it out. And there's a couple parameters that are needed when you want to shell something out. You need to tell it what faces you're going to take away. There's 6 sides to this box. We need to tell it what side of the box we want to disappear, and then we need to tell it how thick the walls are. So we go to Insert, Features, and am I in the right menu? Yep, Shell here. Shell. Okay, so we need this little blue box here says, okay, what face do you want to have disappear? I'm going to select the top one, and you can see here face 1, and this up here tells us how thick the walls are going to be. And there you go. So now we have created an empty 3D box. This may seem simplistic, but these techniques form the foundation for as complicated geometry as you could possibly want. I've seen people design 3D models of Scooby-Doo, or of a space shuttle, or of a bicycle, or of a tank, or a car. Anything you can imagine can be created using this program. So thanks everybody for watching, and maybe if everybody likes it, maybe I'll do another one. Oh, the very last thing, which is always very important, is to save your file. You can name it whatever you want. You hit save. These complicated programs do have a tendency to be unstable sometimes. There's so much data moving from them. It's always important that you save quite often. Again, my name is Matt Haken. Thanks for watching.